Some people are still set on that mind track that women still act and live like it's 1960s, but our world has changed, and so have women. Women in sports are affected because they are the ones being discriminated against. Looking at this diagram, you can see all of the sports that BVN has to offer. For girls, there is volleyball, bowling, and softball. For both genders, there is track and field, cross country, golf, soccer, tennis, basketball, and swim and dive. For boys, there is football, wrestling, and baseball. Looking at everything BVN offers, you see that there is a huge list of sports that both genders can do. Then, if you look at the boys column versus the girls column, you will see that softball and baseball are basically the same sport, set for a different gender. This leaves us with volleyball and bowling for girls, and wrestling and football for boys. None of these four sports are related. So what if a girl wants to play football, but there is only a boys team? To find out the answer to this question, I emailed Mr. Masterson, the Associate Principal and Athletic Director at BVN, to see if this has ever happened at Blue Valley North. Apparently since the 7 years he has been at BVN, this has not happened. I have not dealt with that situation since I have been at BVN. I do know that the Blue Valley School District supports all students and have had females in other schools participate in what many consider male sports. 40 years ago, since the Title IX law has been passed, the law itself and the outcome are still expressed through the mouths of many athletes and coaches, and even people who don't even do sports. An interview was conducted by ESPN from people all across the country. When Bill Weiss, a cross-country track coach from California, was asked, "What does Title IX mean to you?" he responded, "Title IX gives equal opportunity to girls, young women, and high schools, equal opportunity and equal access to all sports and sporting events, and I think it was a great law." He also said that as a coach, our girls are taken seriously in sports. Now we take it for granted that for girls it's okay, it's cool to play sports. It's not just for boys anymore. He also said that Title IX really was the impetus for what women are allowed to do in our society. ESPN also interviewed Carla Harris Curry from Florida. She's a PE teacher, girls basketball, and girls cross-country coach. When she was asked what Title IX means to her, she answered that it means equality for female athletes and female programs. She was asked how it impacted her student athletes. She answered, "The funny thing is that athletes may not even know it exists. They think what they have is what they are supposed to have. They don't realize that people fought for them to have it." The final interview that will be shared has a different look than you think this. Mike Carrazzo, a football coach from California, answered the question, "What does Title IX mean to you?" He said, "In theory, it makes sense. In actuality, it stinks." When he was asked how it impacted his student athletes, he answered, "It has severely limited the opportunities for boys at my school to earn scholarships. That's sad and unfair." He thinks it's a bad thing because it takes opportunities away from the popular sports, which happen to be the ones for the boys. From 2007 to 2011, there was a 17.5% increase of girls playing football. In 2007, 1,328 girls played football. In 2011, 1,561 girls played football.
You should totally join our team.
Well, but isn't there the issue of me being a girl?
No, come on. They run the world. Come on, listen to Beyonce.
All right. What's in it for me?
Moving ahead, the Grizzlies would tie things up late in the first as Deandra, the girl with the robotic arm, lays a heavy hit on Shawnee quarterback Robbie Erson, causing a fumble that would be recovered in the end zone.
The solution is to make sure that all schools everywhere have the Title IX law enforced so that no student is discriminated against by gender